Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Holly with the Nestle Valley Farmhouse, and today we're going to be working on our September. We're going to be doing some meal planning today. Kind of how I like to do it is I like to plan for the whole month towards the end of the previous month. I have found that this has made a huge improvement in my budget when I'm trying to stay on a budget. It has helped me not overspend, and it has also helped to keep me organized, because whenever I am trying to stay on top of pretty much all the stuff that is going on, it's just easier to always know what I'm cooking for dinner that day. So it is finally September time. I am ready for kind of the routine, like I've said before, that fall brings. I'm ready for kind of the kids to be back in their normal school routines, because I know for them, summer's been great. It's been super hectic and busy. I definitely have not been meeting my budget goals this summer, which is kind of a bummer, but I also kind of expect it, you know. So this is kind of the first month that I'm really focusing on getting back into a better spending habits, getting, you know, we're not going to be doing as much camping, running around, so to speak. So it'll be nice to be able to just kind of focus on saving a little bit of money and kind of recouping all the craziness. So we're supposed to be, we got our quarter cow, or no, a third of a cow the end of August. So, by the time this video comes out, we will have gotten it. And I don't have the numbers on that just yet, like how much it costs total. I will try to maybe give that to you at my next meal plan video. So you can kind of see, like, because the way we do it is we generally buy like a third of a cow, and we do our own meat chickens, or we have for the last few years. And so we don't buy a lot of meat. So a lot of our grocery bills, like kind of your monthly bills, tend to be a little bit smaller than other people. But remember, we have to save up every month to make sure that we can make the big purchases, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be roughly around $1,200 or so for our third of a cow this year. But I don't have the like the solid numbers yet. So I definitely want to get that to you as soon as I can get that worked out. So today's Monday, and the kids, by the time when I filmed this, kids were ready to go back to school. So I generally try to work on the next month, probably within like the last 2 weeks of the previous month. Some months, actually, I try to do it even sooner, just because I want to have a good idea of what the next month's going to look like. I generally do it around midway through the previous month. But as you guys know, August was an extremely busy month for me. So we're just really, like, a lot of stuff. I feel like I'm just like scrambling kind of at the end of the month to kind of get ready for everything. So today I'm just starting with doing my normal house chores. I try to get all those done first thing after breakfast, because for me, I'm more productive in the morning. I kind of tend to, I've kind of talked about my schedule in previous videos, but I tend to kind of do my bulk chores kind of before lunch, and then after lunch I'm normally just kind of hanging out in my bedroom, chilling, while the kids are kind of playing, watching TV and whatever. So I'm kind of getting a few things done before I sit down and work on my September menu. So some of my goals for this month is to basically stay under budget, you know, still fighting inflation over here, but really working on trying to simplify my meals a little bit. Oh, and a new thing I'm doing this month that I had done previously, but I am doing crock pot recipes for Saturdays. So I told you guys, we generally are really busy on Saturdays, and we have one kiddo doing cheer this fall. We also have another kiddo that's hopefully going to be trying out for the school musical. We heard we need to kind of get the information on that. We're just kind of waiting to hear back. But so we're going to be busy. And for us, Saturdays are just always really busy. So to simplify things, Friday nights generally are pretty simple meals. We do things like pizza, stromboli, burgers, just kind of quick, easy, homemade, kind of family favorites, so to speak. Heck, we even do macaroni and cheese and hot dogs some Friday nights, because it's quick, it's easy, the kids like it, and I'm not going to complain about that. So I'm going to be working on doing some crock pot recipes on Saturdays, just to kind of simplify our Saturdays. And then Sundays, we're going to be shopping our pantry, which I'm really looking forward to. So basically just kind of leftover scrounge. I want to kind of use up some extra things in my pantry for Sundays. Okay, so got September's menu. So just a quick overview of how I do my meals for the month. I start with kind of theming my days. That makes it easy for me to pick meals, and I normally like count how many days, like we're 5 days on Monday, so I ended up having a little more, one extra meal. So anyway, so basically our themes for this month are, we're going to do crock pot meals for Saturdays, because with cheer and football games, we're going to probably need quick meals. Mandarin Monday, Taco Tuesday, Wholesome Wednesday, Soup Thursday, Fun Day Friday, and then Sunday I'm changing it up and we're gonna shop my pantry. So basically what I do is I write like however many meals in the category, and then I transfer it on here. So once again, we do our static breakfasts and lunches. So basically every Monday's bagels, Tuesday cereal, Wednesday's pancakes, corn or chicken nuggets, corn dogs, mac and cheese, those types of things. So basically, I am shopping my pantry on Sunday to try to kind of clean out some of my pantry stuff for this month as I'm canning and preparing, like re-preparing our stock for the winter. I'll kind of try to get through September and do most of my stocking this month, sorry. And then I do add some roast chickens in with my Mandarin Mondays because I like to use roast chicken, and then normally I use it in the rest of the week. So this week I'm doing roast chicken on Monday and then doing enchiladas, so I'll use the meat from that. And then I'll make some broth too to kind of go for the soups, because my broth normally lasts at least a couple weeks, and that's normally how I do it. So General Tso's Beijing beef, beef udon, that's a new one that we're gonna try. Basically just kind of like the noodles and vegetables, kind of like a stir fry with noodles. Enchiladas, tacos, fiesta beans and rice, and a nacho casserole. And then for our Wholesome Wednesday, lazy lasagna, spaghetti, meatloaf, and hamburger helper. This is the Farmhouse on Boone homemade hamburger helper. It's very good. Soups this month are zuppa, chicken and rice. We're gonna do a chili and then chicken and dumpling soup. And then of course pizza, burgers, because I have some more to use up, mac and cheese with hot dogs and stromboli. And then these are all our new crock pot meals. I'm doing a lime chicken taco, beef noodles, garlic chicken stew, and beef fajitas. So my goals this month are to really kind of rein in our spending. We went way overboard over the summer and August was terrible. We're still kind of we're still trying to figure out like what our system is going to be. Summer's just hard because we're so busy. We have a lot going on. We have camping trips, we have parties, we save up for them. But as always, things like we had extra people come to parties, so we had to make sure we had extra food. And we tend to, you know, we try to do potlucky stuff when we have people come to, but sometimes it's just easier for us to provide all of it. So I'm going to talk about like the three main things I'm going to be doing this month to try to help rein in things. Number one is, sorry, I have it written down here. So number one is I'm not going to go to the grocery store anymore. With my mom visiting, it was really nice because I could just like hop in the grocery store and we would go shopping, and then I always picked up more stuff than I needed. So I'm only going to do grocery pickups. And then on top of that, number two is I'm only going to do them twice this month. I'm going to try to do 2-week pickups because I can always just throw, so growing up, my mom, we would just throw bread in the freezer. Like you get your loaves of bread and then you just thaw them out when you need them. And because like she would buy it, you know, she'd buy like several loaves, and if we were just not going through it, she would throw, well, once she bought it, she'd throw it in the freezer, and then that way it would always last. So I'm gonna try to only do basically two things this month, and that's including all snacks and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. School's obviously started, so we're gonna be dealing with,
Mommy, I did this.
okay, hold on. School is started, one moment, please. Okay, so school started. So what we've decided to do for school lunches this year, at least right now, we might change it up, is we have decided that my youngest, the school now provides free lunches and breakfasts for them, so they will not need any lunch money. And then we're just gonna give lunch money to the two older. So that does kind of change things a bit. The second thing is, so my girls are gonna end up with, I will pay for their lunch, because we, like, calculating it out, it's probably cheaper to just do that than it would be to try to figure out how to, do lunches, because we'll still do the occasional, like, home lunch, but it's just with the time and stuff, and depending on how busy we're gonna be, because, you know, things are just getting started, so I have no idea how busy it's gonna be. So I really am not sure, like, what, but if it gets busier, it's hard. So they're gonna do their own lunches, and then and then the third thing, of course, I've changed it up for Sundays. For Sundays, we're going to do a pantry shop. So I've seen people do like a monthly pantry challenge. I think they're really cool. I think they do them around September generally because you're getting your harvest in. I don't feel comfortable doing the whole month, but I do like the idea of, like, for the next while, maybe even next month as well, Sunday's gonna be kind of scrounge what we can find and make a meal out of it. Maybe I'll film some of that, we'll see, but that's kind of what I'm thinking for the month of September, so kind of changing it up. So I am gonna do a little budget here in a second and kind of break it down and kind of show you like what the cost is if I follow the plan, and I'll add it, I'll tell you like what snacks we normally buy, because we do like popcorn and cheese sticks too. And I will let you guys know that in a little bit. So that's our budget menu for September. So I'm trying to stay on top of laundry while I'm also trying to get my meal plan done. Today was kind of, like I said, a big catch-up day because we've just been so busy this summer, and I'm just really trying to kind of get back into my routine. So here's hoping. So I'm also going through my pantry real quick to kind of look through what I already have on my list before I'm gonna make like a full shopping list. So I'll share with you guys and kind of show my budget for this month. So September's menu. So I went ahead and I did a little checking in my pantry. I basically took, this is my new, I wrote down all the recipes for the crock pot meals that I'm doing this week. I checked for them because there's a ton of stuff I have in my pantry already for it. And I got all my meals written down here like I showed you earlier. So I'm gonna flip this around and show you kind of my budget. I went ahead and did 2 trips for this month as my goal, and I'll show you kind of how that all broke. All right, I hope you can see this. So what I went ahead and did is I looked through all my monthly menu, and I wrote down basically trip 1, the goal is to get this done in the beginning, and it's gonna last for about these 2 weeks. And then trip 2, I'm going to make this last these 2 weeks, and then of course a couple extra days. So I have things like bread. We normally do about 2 loaves of bread a week, so I got 4 breads. I'm gonna put 2 loaves in the freezer while we are using the first loaves, and that generally makes them last, though the bread generally doesn't go bad very quickly. So basically chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, lasagna noodles, cottage cheese. So basically these are all the ingredients that I do not have in my pantry. I actually have several in my pantry. So this total is gonna look on the low end, but remember, I don't have meat or some of these like staples, because I generally get those kind of in bulk. So all the different things for our meals for that week. So my food for this week is $90. And then if we do the regular milk amount, it is $80. So that grams to a total of $170.27. Trip 2, it'll be about the 3rd week of the month, which things start getting crazy. So basically same thing, bread, chicken nuggets. I have bell peppers here. They normally last about 2 weeks. If they don't, then I might just get half the amount that I need and get the other half in a week, but that's I'm gonna kind of see how it works. Tortilla chips, hot dogs, all the things. Oh yeah, and our snacks. Both sides are buying cheese sticks, Go-Gurt, popcorn, and apples. I buy 2 bags of apples because the kids go through them. And then when they're done with snacks, they're done with snacks. So they're gonna have to wait until the next shopping trip. That is my goal. So for this week, its food is $83.16 plus our milk for $80, and it's a total of $163.16. So our grand total for this month for meals and snacks is $333.43. Now that seems really low, but remember I have a stocked pantry. So my goal is with that, maybe spend a few more dollars and maybe doing some restocking this month, because September is kind of my restock month, because everything's generally on the cheaper side because of harvest season. There's a lot of things that generally are cheaper. And then I will try to can this month. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. And basically working on, so my goal is to use the whatever I have left over. Like we normally budget about $1,000 a month for groceries, and over the summer we went way over that. But a lot of that was because I kept going to the store like every few days and get this, get this, get this. And of course it's not always grocery stuff. I just generally throw my Walmart stuff into my grocery budget, which I'm going to start trying to be more mindful about, like what is actually groceries and what's not, because I'm pretty sure that we're not spending like over $1,000 in groceries. I think a lot of it is just like knickknacks, little here and there things, you know what I mean, or just convenient stuff, if that makes sense. So that is my kind of breakdown of the cost of what I'm hoping our meals will cost this month. And I kind of thinking maybe at the end of this month, depending on how it goes, I might do like a, if I can remember to do it, I want to do kind of like a how did I do. Maybe this will give me a little bit more accountability to stay on top of our budget, because we really are just, I think we're just spending way too much. And of course this doesn't account for any potential eating out. I don't think we have anything planned to eat out, but of course I do have a hiking trip this month with a friend of mine. Well, it's not a whole trip, it's like a day. And we normally go to lunch after. So that will obviously add to like the food budget. So, but this is kind of my goal for like groceries and building the meals. So I hope that was helpful. And I kind of am trying to just figure out like, in my end, how to be better with our budget. So that's kind of what I have going for a budget for September. So we ended up going to Costco this afternoon too. I wanted to pick up a few things. So this is still technically an August budget. It was about 90 some odd dollars for all this. I basically got a few snacks, got some staples like that pasta and popcorn and mayo, and it actually worked out really well. I was very excited. It wasn't, I mean, it was more than I wanted to pay, but at least I got some staples to kind of start September. So now I'm just going to water my garden. I'm just picking a few of my zucchinis that are ripe, which I'm really excited about. I'm trying to kind of start the harvest season in my garden, so I'm really excited about that. I can't believe how like big my plants have gotten. It just feels like they've just exploded. So very excited about that. Today was a very busy day, but I feel very accomplished. I'm looking forward to hopefully meeting my budget goals this September for our meal plan. Thank you guys so much for coming along, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.